On today's episode of Susan Clow, we try some St. Louis staples.
The cheese is tangy and creamy and tasty.
And channel our inner children as we explore the gateway to the West. And later...
Stop shooting! Stand up! Stop shooting!
Hey, I'm Suze. And I'm Chloe. And we're taking you on the go. Showing you how to live more and pay less. This is Susan Clow on the go.
St. Louis is very spread out, so it's got lots of different neighborhoods. It doesn't have a feel, like an all-over feel.
Everybody thinks of the Arch, and it's awesome. You think of the gateway to the West. St. Louis Cardinals, they're really big about their sports teams.
And obviously there is a beer organization in St. Louis, the biggest in the country. But for a more like a microbrewery, craft brewery kind of feel, go to Schlafly.
Schlafly. I know, weird name, but good beer.
They're very proud of being in St. Louis. Schlafly has two locations. They've got a tap room and a bottle works, and we went to the bottle works where they're bottling all their beer. On Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Schlafly Bottle Works, they do free brewery tours. You start out in this place that they call the Brewseum, and then they take you around and you get to see how the beer is being made.
Where are we? It's freezing in here.
So this is called Great White because it's a Great White cooler. And Great White sounds like a shark, so let's see what we did there. It's where we keep all the beer. So right after it comes off the line, it's cold. We want to keep it cold before it gets to a distributor.
We did the spin of the boxes.
This is spinning.
It is, because
This is your sign for a lot of things.
Is it? Oh, call it out.
So why don't we go and see how it's made?
That sounds great. Let's go. Stuart, our guide, was so knowledgeable about beer.
What's going on inside this tank right now is it's like a rave. The yeast goes totally bananas inside the tank. They start eating, they start reproducing, and they start they reproduce a little differently from humans. They clone asexually. So like,
Oh my God.
let's say we're talking here and you like reproduce like yeast. Suddenly like a little Suze would like pop off of your shoulder and then start talking to you, and eventually that would like break off and run away naked. That would be, if you reproduced like yeast did, a little clone of you would run away nude into the brewery. The job of this machine is to take bottles off of pallets and put them into a single file line. It's called the depalletizer. The brown bottles help filter out any sunlight that could make your beer really skunky. Each bottle's got to be cleaned out, rinsing out bits of glass or dust, killing any bacteria or wild yeast that could be in there.
They bottle it cold, so you can pull it off the line and just drink it. And we did.
Schlafly pumpkin ale, right off the line. Cheers. Thanks, Stuart. Their pumpkin ale, it's so good. It's like definitely in my top 3.
At the bottom of each one of our bottle caps will say a place where you can buy Schlafly beer. So you want to see that up close. It lists an intersection and a zip code where you can find Schlafly beer.
And you get free samples at the end.
I will take it.
What you find with beer is that the beer styles themselves are informed more by geography, history. They have stories behind them. There's a beer style called an India Pale Ale where British brewers made a specially designed beer for their troops in India. And as they shipped their beer over to India, they needed to make sure that it wouldn't spoil. Turns out that hops are a natural antimicrobial and natural preservative. So they load up their India Pale Ales, we call them IPAs, with lots and lots of hops.
And that's why they're so bitter, because they've got lots of extra hops.
Exactly. You're getting so much knowledge right
We
now.
are. My brain is just feeling so wise and old.
That's the beer, probably.
Oh, yeah.
That's not-
Wednesdays they have a farmer's market. That's very cool. How many breweries do you know that have like a farmer's market every week? And they have a restaurant and their beer bread. I grew up on beer bread and their beer bread is the best beer bread I've ever had.
Schlafly, you got it going on.
Anytime we ask anybody what to do in St. Louis, we always got City Museum as one of the first responses. It is basically an oversized playground for adults.
It's this giant world. I mean, there's 3 stories inside. There's a rooftop. There's like a cave below, and this place is huge.
If I don't come back, Mom, I love you.
It's only $12, and you can just spend all day there. There is so much to explore.
This bus is literally hanging off the edge of the building.
And you can open the door and look down.
Not only do they have a bus hanging off the side of the building, but also an airplane shell.
It's art, and you're playing in it and on it and around it.
Whoa.
There's an actual Ferris wheel on top of the roof. So if you're talking about getting a killer view of St. Louis, that's the place to do it.
There's this one room where you can go upside down, but you're like within this cage. So you're basically climbing, and you're just hanging over this room.
This place is a choose your own adventure sort of adventure. And that makes it extra interesting sometimes.
Oh, good thing I don't have a fear of tight spaces. Oh my gosh, it's dark too. There's a couple different sides to try, some longer ones, some short and fast ones.
Good vibrations.
So this was an old shoe factory, and these chutes actually used to move the shoes from floor to floor. So now they've made it into a 10-story slide. Here we go. Oh.
Whoop, oh God.
Hello, from 10 stories down. So this is the dungeon slide, and it looks almost like I'm going down a laundry chute.
Okay, wish me luck.
Did you see me? I got air. Dude!
What did I do wrong?
I mean, slides for adults. Usually you go to the playground and you feel like, I can't go on the slide, I'm an adult now. But this place encourages you to play, and that's something that we're all about on Susan Clow. We think as adults you should still play and get out there and, you know, have fun. That's why we're here.
Everyone from St. Louis knows about Emos.
Emos is started in the heart of St. Louis, and it has spread out all across St. Louis and into all of the burbs.
They are the ones that originated St. Louis style pizza, which basically means ultra thin crust, toppings and cheese and sauce all the way to the edge of the pizza, square cuts, I guess, so not like a slice, and Provel cheese.
It's cheddar, Swiss, and provolone all together, and it melts perfectly.
We had pizza fresh out of the oven.
We got the deluxe pizza, and they have all the good stuff, including bacon.
Pretty big and good pizza.
Ooh, I'm really digging the Provel. Is it stuck to the roof of your mouth?
Another thing they have is toasted ravioli, which is a very St. Louis thing. It's basically just a deep fried ravioli.
And they put like Parmesan cheese and some spices on the outside, and you like dip it in marinara sauce.
Fried pasta. I mean, come on. You can also get Emos delivered, so if you're staying in a hotel, you don't have a car, order some Emos and experience a true St. Louis tradition.
There is no better way to spend a gorgeous sunny day than at the Missouri Botanical Gardens.
For only $8, you can explore this massive place, and they have a little bit of everything.
From a Chinese garden to Japanese garden, to increase your feeling of tranquility. Victorian garden, rose gardens.
A climatron, they have it all. They have a lot of fun facts on their signs here, kind of telling you what the plant is used for, or ways that you use the plant and don't realize it.
To help with moodiness and menopause.
A pineapple ginger plant. We understand each other.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong.
I feel this like burning sensation right around here.
Life on a limb. That's how Susan Flo rolls.
I know we have a lot of must try this and must do this and sloopy-de-boo. We're getting bossy. Go to Forest Park.
There's so much going on there, and almost all of it is free. They have the Muni Theater, the St. Louis Art Museum, the Missouri History Museum.
Suze and I actually kind of split up because I wanted to go to the art museum and Suze wanted to go to the history museum. There's the Jewel Box, which is this giant greenhouse, and it's just really, really pretty. Just trust me, gorgeous. There's also a trolley system that runs through the park, so you can get to the park and then just trolley it around and hit up all the free things.
Another way to enjoy Forest Park is to rent a paddle boat for $15 from the boathouse. It's a good way to get on the water if it's a hot day.
And there's no paddle to drop. Legs are burning.
Now we have to do something else. This place is huge. There's a lot left to do.
They have a free zoo.
I'm not always a zoo person. I'm just not. I love animals. I think they're cute. But zoos usually aren't high on my list. This zoo is really incredible.
It's huge, so animals have a lot of play space, and the zoo also does a lot of work in re-releasing animals into the wild, and they do a lot of good things. That is the best part to me, because I love me some animals.
If it's a hot day, here's a little tip for you, and you need to cool off for a second, go inside the penguin exhibit.
It's quite chilly in here, but this is where the big old penguins are. It was a great place to see the penguins just kind of in their element, swimming around, jumping around, humping each other, good times.
Go see the hippos. You can see them swimming from like underwater, which is cool. They're just so massive. We also got to pet stingrays and sharks.
Oh my god! So they can't actually sing you. Stingless stingray. If it's a feeding time, $1, get a cup of food, and feed a stingray.
To feed them, pull down flat like that, and they're going to swim on top and suck it up like a vacuum.
Oh god, oh god! That is the strangest sensation.
They had an insectarium, which I'm not a big bug person, but there were some really amazing bugs.
And we actually got a special treatment, so we got a behind the scenes glance.
Insects, if it's an insect, has 6 legs, 3 body parts, and 2 antenna. So
Wow.
632.
Oh,
It's called a giant spiny walking stick. It's about as fast as they move. They do cling. So
okay.
you'll feel that, like you'll feel those little claws again, kind
Yes.
of grabbing on. This is just much larger.
This is
called a walking leaf.
Where would you find a walking leaf?
These are Asian, and these are from Java.
So he likes coffee.
They love coffee, and they get real jittery. They shake and dance around a lot.
The leaves. It's a giant katydid.
Mm-hmm. Giant Malaysian long-legged katydid.
Oh my gosh, that's a big insect. Oh my god.
If you think about it, that was just one animal. Think about like a chorus of these calling at night.
Yeah, he's
And
loud.
imagine that hitting your screen. This can fly too.
It can?
Yeah, do you know what it is?
Some kind of praying mantis?
Praying mantis,
Yeah?
that's right. It's
But it looks like a leaf.
It does.
it really does. Look at the head,
Oh my god.
that headdress on her.
I would never know that was a bug.
The guy who talked to us at the insectarium was really very knowledgeable, and we learned a lot.
This spider is still alive. She's with us. She's doing fine. This is a molt. This is her
Oh.
shell. They have 8 legs and 2 body parts. Spiders do.
So these are the 8 legs and these are not.
Those are not legs. Very good. Those are mouth parts, and that confuses a lot of people.
I've always considered bugs to be scary, and after this experience, I wasn't scared. Come to the zoo, see all of the animals, then after the zoo, go out and explore Forest Park.